G.
All right, I wish I had some magic tricks for you, but I don't think I can follow any of that, man. That was some good stuff. They really got me with the handkerchief turning into those weapons, man. I need to learn that one. All right, so I am the real Phil G. I've been coming here for a few months now. I'm still kind of brand new to comedy. I've been studying comedy for 25 years, but only been doing stand-up myself for 6 months now. I actually got my first corporate gig coming up, so they don't want me doing swearing. Thank you. So I'm going to be doing a lot of swearing tonight because I get it out of my system. Yeah. Shit, I just lost my whole set. You know, that's the great thing about open mics is you just come up here and really embarrass yourself, because when you do that, you know, when you get to the real paid stuff, then you know you're pretty cool then. So I did have material prepared, but yeah, I totally just forgot all of it. So I'm gonna have to go back to some of my old classics, I guess. Anyone like to smoke weed? Yeah. We got a couple of heads in here. Jason. I feel like we missed a golden opportunity when they came out with the medical cannabis cards. Why didn't we just call them green cards, man? Like, that would have been an awesome thing. You know, you go to the office, be like, "Hey, Juan, what's going on? You're getting your green card, right?" He's like, "Yeah, but you know what totally messed me up was Hans is over here. I think he's trying to get his immigration and got him too confused or something. I don't know." I tell jokes to make myself laugh, so if you guys don't laugh, it's quite all right. I don't care, you know. I think I'm funny, and that's all that really matters to me. So usually I'm up here wearing a trench coat. Most of you would probably notice that I'm not wearing it tonight. And it's because I have insulation, Brian. Not all of us can have to bundle up like it's 7 feet of snow outside. I guess, you know, that's why, you know, they say whales are so big and, like, they don't care that the water temperature is so cold. So go ahead and call me a whale. I'm okay. The only thing is I'm not a whale where it counts. You know, that sucks, but... 2 laughs. All right, cool. Both dudes, so... I started doing comedy because I wanted to meet some interesting people. And I'm not going to lie, I was wanting to meet chicks. Obviously, I'm not doing so good. 3 more laughs, all right, cool. We're going to count all the laughs tonight because there's nothing much better to do when you're standing up here, you know. Just count the laughs, that's all. I do have some jokes. Speaking back to marijuana, I feel like the legalization of it's kind of given me a whole set of skills that are completely useless to me now. This is an absolute true story, and every time I tell it, nobody believes me that I actually did this. I used to live in Virginia, and oh, no Virginians? Okay, cool. And one night, I want to say it was like close to like midnight or something. My brother and I, we were getting super baked. We decided we were going to go to Wendy's and get some food. And we got to the drive-thru because the lobbies are closed. And I'm driving and I'm like, we're going to order 20 junior bacon cheeseburgers. Now at the time I didn't know this, but apparently that's the code to get weed at Wendy's. You order 20 junior bacon cheeseburgers, no tomato. And what's going to happen is the guy in the drive-thru is going to say, "Did you say 20? I'm like, yeah, I want 20 bacon cheeseburgers. I'm a fat ass, you know. So he's like, "Please pull around." So we pull around and he looks at us, and I could totally tell the guy just instantly judged me. And I didn't give, to his credit, I didn't give him any reason not to. I'm in there, my eyes are glassed over. My brother's with me, he's laughing because he thinks this whole thing is funny. And the guy literally comes out, he's like, "Are you guys getting baked?" I'm like, "Getting baked? Getting baked was 40 minutes ago. I am baked. Pull me out of the oven." So he's like, "Look, it's going to take us a few minutes, so why don't you pull over here to this dark, secluded corner of the parking lot where there's no cameras, and I'll meet you out there with your junior bacon cheeseburgers." I'm hungry, so I'm like, "Okay." We pull over to this dark corner of the parking lot, no lights or anything. And the guy comes walking out with a fucking, like a monster-sized water bong, and I'm just like, this cannot be happening. The fact that my brother was with me is the only reason why I can tell this story and know that it's true, because he confirms it for me all the time. He's like, "Yeah, that shit fucking happened." That's the thing about me too. The reason why I'm doing comedy is I've lived an interesting life so far. I'm 38 years old. Some of the weirdest shit has happened to me. I call myself the magnet of weird, because no matter what I do in life, some weird stuff seems to happen to me, and I just gotta get up here and tell people about it. One of my favorite weird things that happened to me was actually, didn't necessarily happen to me, but I was able to be there to witness it. My brother got married a couple years ago. You're around my brother. He's not here tonight, so he's not going to hear it.
Way to go, Phil's brother.
But he got married a couple years ago, and we, for his bachelor party, we went to Magic Mountain, and we got on this ride called the Revolution. If you don't know the ride, it starts off, you're sitting in your chair, and the first thing it does is it goes through a loop. It like launches you at like 60 or 70 miles or 1,000 miles per hour. I don't fucking know. I didn't have an odometer. Launches you through this loop, and then you go through the rest of the ride, right? So what happens is my brother is sitting next to the best man. When he's sitting next to him, he thinks a good idea. All right, first of all, what you don't know, my brother, he's short but round like me. His best man is this skinny Indian guy, Dot, not Feather. And he sits next to him, like super skinny, 110 soaking wet with like 3 towels, like super skinny dude. He decides that it's a good idea to put his iPhone in his back pocket on a roller coaster and thinks that that's going to be safe, like that gravity doesn't exist. So back to the story, he goes, they get in the ride, it launches. When he gets to the top of the loop, I guess, like I said, gravity works, things go down. So his butt lifted up off of the seat just far enough for his phone to come out of his back pocket. My brother has no idea that any of this is going on, because this is all within seconds. He just sees a glimmer of something. And in his mind, we're both stoned out of our minds, and we're thinking, he's thinking, what the fuck is that? Then he makes it out. He sees something shining. It kind of like moves away from him as they're coming down the loop. And then all of a sudden he notices it gets really close. So his instinct is, I'm gonna grab it. So he grabs it, and for the rest of the ride, he's holding on really tight, can't let it go. He has no idea what he has, but he just took something. Gets through the rest of the ride, and then when he gets to the end of the ride, he looks at it and he sees it's an iPhone. He looks over at his best friend, Rishi is his name. He looks at him and he says, "Hey, Rishi, I think I stole someone's phone." Rishi looks at him, he's like, "Nah, man, there ain't no way you did that shit. Like, you're baked out of your mind," which he was, because we had some edibles about 30 minutes before. So he looks at him, he's like, "You're baked out of your mind. There's no way that happened." He's like, "Dude, totally." And he shows it to him, and he's like, "I gotta take a picture of this." "You fucking stole my phone!" Totally shocked the hell out of him. what's great about this story too is I wasn't the only person that witnessed this happen. There was a 7-year-old kid and this 45-year-old man that happened to be on the ground with me when they saw it. And from their perspective, they actually got with us later on a different ride, and they were like, "Man, I can't believe I saw that." And like, we were like, "Yeah, that was totally us." But he was like, "I just saw something sparkle," and then all of a sudden it was gone, and I was like, "I think that dude caught the phone." And I wish that he had accidentally like butt dialed somebody or something, because that would just made this story even better. Someone's like, "I'm falling through the air." I think that's all my time, everybody. I want to thank you for coming out tonight. Be sure to tip your bartender, tip your waiters, and everyone have a wonderful night.
The real Phil G! Put your hands together. He went on a roller coaster ride once. Isn't that awesome? I'm proud of Phil. Hey, Phil, they let people like you on roller coasters?
3 clicks.